Wentz now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Flush to his right. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
24 is the mic. Hey, let's get this.
First down, Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Check. 3. Here we go. 24 is the mic. You better be afraid of me.
A first down throw for Mariota. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Throwing is Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mariota on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Patterson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Mariota dancing to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Single. Watch it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Wentz now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Single receiver. 24 is the mic.
To throw is Mariota. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action. Mariota. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On first down, Patterson, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mariota going to run the option right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 2nd and 16. Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Mariota now. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wentz gonna throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Escaping the pressure right.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't.
And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota to throw it. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing, Mariota. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Sunday. 4 down. Alert.
Throwing now is Wentz. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by John Johnson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wentz. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Wentz.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
74. Watch seven. Watch seven. Yeah. You don't want none.
Play action. Now Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this one is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Off the play fake, Mariota. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Throwing is Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brian Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So they'll walk him back half the distance. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they can.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Wentz to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, they're...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the gun, it's Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for...
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier